We would like to invite Mrs. Rupavati Kediswaran, the organization of kilinochchi, please come and write the traditional dance, and also we invite Mr. Vishwarupan, the Commissioner of Child Protection in Northern Province. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Before we go into the few programs, we'd like to show you a traditional way of welcoming you, and that's a dance, a welcome dance. It's going to be performed by one of our children's home. It's Bharatiyam. That's actually Mulati. They came here to invite you. Please, you can just watch it. It's going to be a few minutes. Thank you. Before we go into further details, I just want to let you know that this is we don't want to give you a lecture or something soon after you come here. So here comes another cultural dance program, probably about 2-3 minutes. And after that, we'll explain you about this home and NATO and how we do things here. And this village dance is by Anbu Ilam. Actually, that's one of our ilams, one of the homes in Muladhara district. And here they comes and just enjoy the dance, and we'll give you a brief information about what we are doing here. Thank you. Girls, and this is for the boys. So that's the difference. When I say that it's a dance by boys, you'll be surprised to see that there are some girls. No, they're not girls. They're boys too. Okay, now it's a little bit serious subject. Now, you've seen this home and seen some parts of Sri Lanka, I guess, and some part of the war-affected areas. After the war, this is one of those areas. It's kind of had to start from the scratch. And there were people, a few 100,000 people, and they were affected by the war. Obviously, if there's a war, people are going to be affected. And the children, like the adults is kind of different story, but the children's story is different. There were thousands of children affected by the war. Now, you've seen all those kids, and there are kids right there. They are affected by the war. Some of them have one parent, some of them have none, and they need a place to live, a way to live, and somebody have to look after it, which NATO is doing here. This is a children's home. It's called Sencholai, and NATO is running two other homes. One is actually they both are in Mullaitivu district, Mullaitivu and Kilinochchi. These are the two main areas where the 30-year-old war ended. These are the two areas. These are the areas the war finally ends. So you'll see a lot of people affected by the war, and others have to look after them, which NATO is doing in one way. And in Mullaitivu, there are two homes, as I mentioned. It's one for the boys and one for the girls. And in Kilinochchi, we have only this one. It's only for the girls. And NATO is trying to build one for the boys in Kilinochchi district. And hopefully, with the help of everybody, they'll be able to do it. And also, what NATO does here is widows. The other problem is after the war, there are so many widows here. And if you look at that, it's Mannar district, Kilinochchi district, and Mullaitivu district have more widows. And there are 20 million people in Sri Lanka. The population of Sri Lanka is 20 million. You have 80,000 widows out of 20 million population, which is high. Which is compared to the international thing, it's very high. And most of them are here, right? And there are about 40% in the east, but the rest is here, the north. So we do need to do something for them, which is like, you've seen or you read a lot of things about the NGOs, and there are people helping out. And the only problem there is they are giving some kind of vocational training. That's fine, you do need training. But after the training, what do you do? What do you do after the training? Right? You know how to stitch a cloth, or you know how to do whatever. But after the training, we have to do something, and that's where NATO is coming. NATO is trying to create jobs for them, like on a permanent solution. It's not like a temporary one. Like, we don't want to just give training to somebody and just throw them on the street. You want to give them a permanent solution, which is creating jobs, like farms or factories or whatever, and that's going to give them a real future. And the other problem here is the people with disabilities. That's mainly through the war as well. There are people with many disabilities here in this area. They won't be able to do regular jobs. They have to get some specialized places to work. The workplace have to be specialized for them, as well as they are very limited to do some jobs only, which a person cannot simply walk into the street and get a job. A person with disability won't be able to do it because it's not, it's like in US or Canada or wherever you have all kinds of different setup there, but not here. They have to compete with their regular person, like I'm not saying regular person, like they have to compete with everybody. So that's what we are trying to do, is we are trying to establish something for the people with disabilities. And on the other hand, like NATO is trying to build a home for them, first in Kilinochchi and later in Mullaitivu district. And also we want to create some jobs for them. And this is all with the help of everybody. And there are people here in Sri Lanka help us, the government help us, and the people from outside of Sri Lanka help us, diaspora help us, everybody. And we do need help from everybody to build this place after the war. And at this point, I would like to invite Mr. Padmanathan, Mr. Selvarasa Padmanathan, as well as KP, and he is the secretary of this organization, NATO, and he'll say a few words, and after that you can ask any questions if you have, or any concerns you can tell, and it's kind of an open place, and you've seen so many things here. And you might have some questions, or you might have some suggestions, or whatever. And you can just tell him he's the main man here. Mr. Padmanathan, please come here. Thank you.
நாட்டின் முக்கிய தலைவர்கள் எல்லோரையும் நான் வருக வருக என வரவேற்கின்றேன்.
He welcomes everybody from the commonwealth delegates to sencholai home.
எமது சிறுவர்களுக்கு துப்பாக்கி தேவையில்லை, வெடிகுண்டு தேவையில்லை. அவர்கள் கேட்பது எல்லாம் புத்தகமும் பேனாவும். அவர்கள் வாழ்வதற்கு துடித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள்.
These kids are not asking for guns or bombs. They are asking for books and pens. They want to live. They want to live. They want to live. And that's the only thing they want right now.
அவர்களுக்கு நம்பிக்கை ஊட்டும் செய்திகள் தான் தேவை.
What they want is they want confidential words, like they want confident, self-confident.
இந்த சிறார்களுக்கு எதிரான வன்முறைகள் உலகம் பூராக நாளுக்கு நாள் அதிகரித்துக் கொண்டு வருகின்றது.
There are violence against the children everywhere in the world, and it's increasing day by day.
இந்த வன்முறைகளை தடுத்தாக வேண்டும். அதற்கு commonwealth பீப்புள்ஸ் ஃபோரம் மிகவும் உறுதியான ஒத்துழைப்பை வழங்க வேண்டும்.
We want to stop the violence, and the Commonwealth People Forum have to give us a very good support on this.
சிறுவர் உரிமைகள் உங்களுடைய நாடுகளில் எப்படி பாதுகாக்கப்படுகின்றது, அதனை எப்படி வெற்றிகரமாக நீங்கள் நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கின்றீர்கள் என்பது பற்றிய அனுபவம் உடையவர்கள் தயவு செய்து இந்த மேடையில் வந்து தங்களுடைய அனுபவங்களை பகிர்ந்து கொண்டால் மிகவும் சிறப்பாக இருக்கும்.
There are children's protection, the protection laws and everything is in many countries. You might have some people who is familiar with children's protection laws in your country. If anybody is here, please you can come and say a few words about it to us so we could get to know that.
Commonwealth People's Forumத்தில் இந்த சிறார்களுக்கு எதிரான வன்முறை முக்கிய இடம் வகிக்க வேண்டும். அவர்களுக்கென்று ஒரு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கப்பட வேண்டும். இந்த மாநாட்டில் உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நான் தாழ்மையுடன் வேண்டிக் கொள்கிறேன்.
I would like to request at the Commonwealth People's Forum, you please give importance for this matter, the child protection, and I'll be glad if you could do so.
உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பத்தை அளித்து உங்களுடைய கேள்விகள், உங்களுடைய அனுபவங்களை எமது சிறார்களுடன் பகிர்ந்து கொள்ளுமாறு அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Please, if you have any questions, you can ask us, and also if you want to give any suggestions or your experience about children matters, you could just please share with us, and that will be really helpful for us.
Is there any option for families to adopt these children? Are these